Because obviously, okay, obviously it's dumb to say that, like, I don't care if Palestinians are genocided, because I think that all of them support Sharia law, and that intrinsically has genocide built into the system, okay? That point is dumb.
Right? I'm not trying to tell them what to do, but if you want me to accept their culture as being equivalent to ours, I won't do that.
Okay, based, okay, okay, based, what?
Culture.
Here's the thing, the way Asmongold was phrasing it, it sounded like he said, because certain people in Gaza are genocidal or whatever, then I don't care if all Gazans are genocided. Maybe that's not actually his position, that's fine. But the way he phrased it, that's what it sounds like. I can very much understand why people heard that at the very least. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to help with the algorithm, and consider sending a donation through YouTube Super Thanks to directly support the channel, and I'll make sure to reply. Can someone link the actual, what clip did he say to get banned, okay? I saw he apologized for it, and then he, like, made a Reddit post apologizing for his apology. Well, I apologize because it's retarded to use Palestinians interchangeably with religious fanatics as terrorists. Obviously, not all people in Palestine are trash. It's not really that complicated. Also, it wasn't just that issue. Don't let yourself become ideologically captured by a worldview to the point where it makes you so unreasonable you turn to what you're fighting against. No one wins when I stand behind a statement as false and mischaracterizing.
You're literally creating a tier list by not supporting them because there's someone else on the list? No, I'm not. I'm not supporting any of it. Absolutely not. I'm not supporting a group of people that would, you know, kill a gay person or a trans person for existing. I'm not going to support that.
Like, when he said group of people, obviously, it's too vague. Okay.
Group of people in any context. Absolutely not. No. It's not even a question. These people would be the ones doing the genociding if they had the power. They would be doing it. Their laws currently enable them to do it. If you want to consider a genocide as a...
There should be a YouTuber whose entire stick is apologizing
systematic
for the last apology
killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't...
Like, okay, this part is kind of stupid.
Baked into their laws are getting genocided.
Like, just saying I'm not gonna have sympathy for people. I mean, obviously, I don't think that's a genocide going on, but people who are like being genocided for, you know, just because you believe that their culture, you know, whatever, incentivizes genocide. Obviously, I guess it is. I probably don't disagree with his actual position here. If he's using Palestinians interchangeably with fanatic/terrorist, if really what he does mean, I don't know if this is what he does mean. I guess he probably clarified it in this fucking debate with Hasan. If really all he does mean is that it's not 100% clear without context. I mean, like, you can see when he's talking back here
by not supporting them, supporting any of it. Absolutely not.
He just
I'm
says,
not
like,
supporting a group of people that would...
it's too vague. I'm not supporting a group of people in any context. What does that mean? Like...
When people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people.
Don't you feel the same way? With his I don't... What is his actual point?
It's crazy that people don't see it that way.
It means he's not supporting Nazis or Christian nationalist either. Is an hour long? 3 hours long? Statement is wrong, because not all who live in Palestine want to live under this Sharia law system. No, I agree with that part, obviously. That's the... Oh my god. Another kickbot, dude. Palestine is one of the most religious places in the Middle East. 85% consider religion very important. I saw part of this. The parts I saw were horrible. Like Hasan, I mean. Let me just change the title. Did he Is there like a clip of him clarifying his position? Because obviously it's dumb to say that, like, I don't care if Palestinians are genocided because I think that all of them support Sharia law and that intrinsically has genocide built into the system, okay? That point is dumb. There are two... Wizard Cat. Clip Asmongold clarifying when he banned... No, I mean, like, well, I'm, like, he talked to Hasan for, like, 3 hours, apparently, dude. So, I'm pretty sure he clarified further in here. He didn't get banned for a little bit.
Our greater number.
We have to watch the entire... We're not watching the entire 3-hour debate, man. It's not worth it.
River when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a f***. They're terrible people.
What the f?
I mean, this is like literally, he said, like, terrible people, inferior culture, don't care if you're genocided. That's dumb. But... he was even more clumsy in his segment.
Ain't no way he's talking about Palestinians, right?
They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as they can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing.
Oh my god, I hate this argument so much, bro. This is crazy.
Okay, this argument's correct, though.
Holy... What is this? This is the full clip?
Want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people. They have genocide.
See, this... Okay, this is a clip I saw.
Built into Sharia law.
He's saying he literally doesn't care if we genocide a group of people who just, like, adhere to whatever he thinks Sharia law is, but... All he's saying is that they have the same intentions, just power and balance. That's fact. Well, I don't believe they have the same intentions. I believe Israel has radically different intentions. I don't believe Israel's purposefully killing civilians, whereas Hamas, I do think, is purposely killing civilians. But...
Bro, oh my god, bro, oh my god. It's so funny because, like, his analysis right here is the liberal analysis. When you scratch the surface...
based...
of, like, the average American over a certain age and why...
Do you believe Hamas should be genocided? It's not a genocide to kill Hamas, though. Unless, like, that's a dumb definition of genocide. I like... It is cultural genocide to get rid of Hamas? I don't think that... What does cultural genocide even mean? A specific group of people? Yeah, but not based on... It's based on, like, cultural or ethnic lines. If specific group of people, it's not based on military organization status, right? It's not based on whether you are a member of a... It doesn't definition literally say, like, religious, cultural, or, like, ethnic group. It does not say military group. Hamas is an integral part of their culture. But I don't even, like...
They are so...
I don't think I fully agree with that, but...
blind to the obvious dynamic, the obvious inequalities, the obvious inhumanity of Israel's operations. They literally agree with this. They also think this. You only arrive at this conclusion after years and years
These
and years of
they're not
conditioning
scholars.
that justify the war, the war on terror, America's war.
Cultural genocide is kind of an iffy concept. I don't even know, is cultural genocide a real thing under international law? I don't know if that's a real thing or if that's like an academic term that people use.
Required the dehumanization of Arabs and Muslims and every single person that lives in that part of the region. Because if you were to look at the situation and recognize that humans are being blown apart every single day
imitation,
so that
though?
America can secure
Imitation
oil
of what?
fields in Iraq, you would go
True.
crazy. So you have to either, on the one hand, omit key details, but also every single time you cover the atrocities, have to make it seem like they are, you know, worthy targets or collateral damage that is permissible. Why is it permissible? Because they're not really human beings.
Don't have as many.
Yeah, that's the argument, Hasan. Their collateral damage is permissible because they're not really human beings. That's my good job. That's my liberal argument. Does Hamas not represent a specific culture? I don't. Does Hamas not represent I mean, they're the government of Gaza, right? Like in that way, they represent Gaza. They are an outgrowth of Gaza. But here's the thing: the way Asmongold was phrasing it, it sounded like he said because certain people in Gaza are genocidal or whatever, then I don't care if all Gazans are genocided. Maybe that's not actually his position. That's fine. But the way he phrased it, that's what it sounds like. I can very much understand why people heard that at the very least. Like that's what I still hear when I watch the clip. It's like he's saying they're from an inferior culture, so like we need to fucking kill all of them. Like he's saying he doesn't have any sympathy for that. That's like what I hear.
As many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing.
The other part.
And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. Asmon.
Okay. Yes.
In the interest of fairness, I want you to explain what you said that I saw.
Okay, we'll see.
In limited clips earlier today, I think.
Okay, so basically, I find it to be really problematic that people put like a lot of virtue signaling, and I think it is virtue signaling, for people that are supportive for like trans rights and LGBT rights when they support countries that kill people and prosecute them for being LGBT. I think it's a huge problem, and I don't think you can have both of those things.
So when you were saying like Palestinians exhibit inferior culture that's barbaric, you were simply talking about the hypocrisy? Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much. I do. And
that's okay. It's a dumb. The hypocrisy thing is a dumb point because like the gay, the whatever LGBTQ people for Gaza is just like people know that most Gazans are probably homophobic. They just support Gazans because they think they're being genocided. Obviously, if you think a group of people is actually being genocided, it shouldn't matter whether or not they support being homophobic. Doesn't make you inhuman. Does not grant you inhuman rights. Even if you fully accepted that they have a quote unquote inferior culture, whatever. Then like
you said that I thought Christian theocracy was better.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, what a fucking surprise. Okay. Well, here's the thing, right? Yeah, go ahead.
I want you to like fully explain because I want to understand everything that you mean beyond the hypocrisy, because like the hypocrisy version or the hypocrisy in and of itself is one thing that we can address. It's a super simple concept.
Well,
but I think there's always a broader point beyond hypocrisy, because online hypocrisy in and of itself, or even the invocation of hypocrisy or perceived hypocrisy is seemingly a more damaging thing than like actual material harm, right? Oh, this person is hypocritical, and that's like a very common thing. I'm sure you experience it on a regular basis as well. It doesn't really matter.
Most hypocrisy, I think, is derived from a misunderstanding that is often deliberate. I see it oftentimes with you. You've seen it with me. Everybody has it happen. It's extremely common on the internet.
It's the Andrew Tate phenomenon, right? Where people don't give a fuck about like what Andrew Tate may have done or may not have done, or all the shit that he has definitely done, right? And care more about like perceived hypocrisy. Usually they care more about that than anything else. So I don't really. I don't necessarily.
McDonald clip about that. It was very good.
Yeah, I don't necessarily.
Okay, great. Are they gonna get past this?
You have to be rich to advocate for LGBT acceptance.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you saying? Sorry.
No, what I'm simply saying is that LGBTQ representation in video games is oftentimes considered to be something that is like.
How are they on this already?
Unnecessary. Or something that is
you're talking about like in games?
In games, in facets of culture, in facets of media.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. It feels like it's inauthentic. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, wait, is there a positive example of LGBTQ representation that you can think of in mainstream media in recent years?
Sure.
Just so I understand what the dynamic is there.
Did you play Final Fantasy 16?
I did not.
I want him to clarify the inferior culture point.
Understanding what their culture is, what the Palestinian culture is, and you're also not setting the standard under the material conditions in which they exist.
The material conditions.
You can do that. So there are a number of other countries.
All comes back to dialectical materialism.
Let me go after this.
Okay, you go ahead. But I will.
Which part of the inferior culture part? I mean, does he actually like not care if people are genocided or whatever, just because they have a inferior culture?
Historically appropriate point in a second.
So basically, the reason why I don't like what they do is because it's based off of a religious theocracy. And so you can look at other religious theocracies in other countries that aren't being bombed, and the one commonality that they have is that they all suppress people's identity and they express their freedom of expression. And I think that any culture and any type of government that is derivative of a religion is fundamentally inferior. I think this is true with any book.
Okay, this is relatively
fine. It's true
fine.
With Christianity, it's true with Islam, it's true with Hinduism. I think it's true with anything. And I find it to be very problematic that we're using these books as a guideline for like how to make laws when these books actively encourage killing people for different types of identities. And obviously, like, I understand that there's like a huge spectrum of people that are part of any culture. There's people that are way more progressive, people that are way less progressive. But what I see is that I see countries that have laws that haven't been bombed, right? You look at like Saudi Arabia or like Dubai. A lot of these other countries still have the same types of expressions or same type of restrictions on the expression for LGBT.
You meant Hamas, he said doesn't care.
Now,
I guess, like...
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch, and also
Dude, why is this camera quality so bad
what my
here?
plans are going forward.
He's fucking
I'm
glowing,
going to try and
man.
structure this video into 2 parts, where the first part is going to be me talking about the Twitch suspension.
I find that to be problematic and inferior. And I think that you could make, I want to make sure that this is very clear, because like, I don't want you to think that this is something that's like a, oh, the brown people over there are wrong. I would say the exact same thing for us, you know, like the church, you know, like Christianity. Like if you look at, for example, like Salem witch trials, it's disgusting. It's horrible. So all I'm saying is that I think that there is a standard that's being applied, and I don't really understand how that's defensible at all. I don't like, and that's what doesn't make sense to me. Is
It's
that,
not.
and like, okay, well, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
But here's the problem.
Okay.
It's not defensible, but I think most people, including like the gay Palestinians or queer Palestinians or queer Lebanese people, understand that there is no room for advocating for civil liberties in your own domestic policies when you are escaping bombing campaigns.
I see your point.
So you have to
This is the reason
all
why
unite behind that.
so many
Skip all Hasan dialogue, please. I mean, we're not watching 3 hours of this shit. I just wanted him to clarify that point. But Asmongold got accustomed to fear when he lived in a garbage dump and almost died from malnutrition because he's avoided vegetables his entire life. So
these
true.
countries, whether it be Iran, whether it be Afghanistan, whether it be Egypt, or many of these places that were far more liberal from Western standards, from the Western understanding of like social liberalism, multiple decades ago, before Western intervention, are no longer as socially liberal as they once were. Because
Talking about like the 1917 Iran thing, basically.
Not 1917, but yes,
Or it's
circa
1979,
1950s.
excuse me. Yes, sorry.
And when you look at the history of these countries, and not to say that like I don't personally think that Saudi Arabia deserves to be annihilated for having a religious theocracy. I don't personally think Israel deserves to be annihilated for operating within like liberal confines, but still maintaining a religious theocracy that is baked into now their constitution.
Do you think that I support that?
No, I don't think you support that either. But, oh, wait, well, in terms of the Palestinians, I think the quote was that inferior cultures deserve to be wiped out.
Oh, I don't know about that. I feel like anytime you're killing people based off of anything like that, I don't think that Israel or America or anybody has the right to come in and tell Palestine how to live and for what, for them, what they're supposed to do. Right? I'm not trying to tell them what to do, but if you want me to accept their culture as being equivalent to ours, I won't do that.
Okay, based. Okay, based. What?
Culture. You understand the culture changes throughout time, and it is directly a consequence of like how people or what people are experiencing.
Okay, that take is based. If clearly he did not phrase it well initially, that take is based though.
We're evidence of that. We're evidence of that because like we're much farther.
So do you think like I don't think you would agree that bombing places makes them more tolerant to
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't think that you think that like nuking America, for example, circa 2013 when gay marriage was
we're not going to bomb the gay into them. I understand that.
Okay.
You're totally right.
Okay. So
yeah.
In terms of some of your statements, like not only I think you're wrong on the history of queer culture in Arab countries, in Muslim nations in general. I'll give you one example. The Ottoman Empire actually decriminalized homosexuality in the Tanzimat era. I think it was like 18th century. And
true?
Before then, it was not even like a problem. It was never an issue. Far before Western nations ever actually decriminalized or made it legal to be gay. And this is oftentimes a not really mentioned.
Homosexuality is forbidden in the Ottoman Empire until homosexuality legalized. Pivotal moment often cited singling private decriminalization. I just clicked on a sound stream for just giggle and he's crying about Destiny. Oh, what? Is he? Okay, obviously Asmongold is dumb and phrased this point incredibly in the worst possible way, but I think his actual point is fine.
What I'm doing, and I'll just hope that people will be charitable and people will understand where I'm coming from. You know? That's it. Drama. Kamala on Fox News. Trump on PPD. Yahya Sinwar killed.
Okay. Why did I click on that? What the fuck is this video even? He obviously phrased his point, but if the actual point is that he doesn't think, you know, whatever Palestinian culture is equivalent to ours, then, like, that's fine. Whatever. Correct. Based. I mean, he didn't explain the genocide part, though. I mean, he explained that he doesn't... He explained he didn't think that, you know, we have the right to, whatever, impose our will on them, that we can't bomb the gang into them, nor should we. He explained that part. Inferior culture part is fine, though. I think he just... I don't think when he says genocide, he's just dumb. Definition of genocide was misguided. What was it, Caleb? Is it just because it looked like on his Reddit thing, he when he says genocide, he's referring to killing all the Palestinian militants. That's what his Reddit post makes it sound like. Try to use Palestinians interchangeably with religious fanatics, not terrorists. Obviously, not all people Palestinians trash. Really not that complicated. Rent a dumpster, buy some boxes, clean your house. Yes, that's all the terrorists is the stance. Okay, that, like, obviously he's just dumb. I think he was saying that killing the whole groups in general not technically genocide. Yeah, okay.
It was Yom Kippur.
What the fuck? AI short? What the hell?
Outside myself, I heard the voice of God.
Wait, so you won't kill the terrorists? Me? Didn't know you were. Did I ever say I wouldn't kill the terrorist? What?
I didn't even believe in God. I just believed in Israel. Bibi, go to the
Based.
desert. I told my entire
The fuck is
staff I
this,
had to go
bro?
alone. I walked for I don't know how many days. I had no food or water and was about to collapse.
Bro.
And that's when I felt them.
You said death to all terrorists was a dumb take. No, if I said that, then I don't agree with that. He phrased it in a dumb way, is what I meant to say then.
They were ghosts. They're still suffering. We are all still suffering. All the trauma.
Bro, what the fuck
every
is
day
this?
With anger and fear and hate. We think we fight for our survival. And maybe we do, but we also fight for vengeance.
Okay.
And vengeance will only bring more pain, more Israel.
Yeah, to be clear, I think Asmongold's actual take there is fine. It's just that he was phrased in the worst way possible because he's a dumbass. People are mad Asman applied it to the entire culture rather than to terrorists. Yeah, I don't think he knows what genocide means. I don't think he he's very smart. I think he's just
Can we soften the hearts of those who would still do violence?
I think he just doesn't know how to communicate what
They
he
called me
is actually
naive, but I
saying.
had seen miracles.
If you want to chat with me live, sub here or go to Nonfon420 on Twitch or Kick via the links below. Once again, please like and sub to help with the algorithm, and consider sending a donation through YouTube Super Thanks to directly support me, and I'll make sure to reply to any question you ask. See you guys next time.